welcome to ComSpark. We are live here in Cambridge, Massachusetts at MIT, attending the Chief Data Officer Information Equality Symposium, where the world leaders in data have gathered. My name is Matt DeRamo. I am your guest host. Joining me is JC Lionti, Chief Data Officer with BNP Paribas. How are you today, sir?
Pretty good, thank you.
Good. Well, I appreciate you spending some time with us. I've got a handful of questions prepared, so
Sure.
if that sounds good, let's jump right in.
Fire away.
All right, perfect. So, first off, what are the biggest challenges that you face as a Chief Data Officer?
The biggest, I think, from my perspective, the first one is to break data silo and change the culture within the enterprise. That's the biggest enabler that then will help us to solve or address other priorities or issues. Of course, my company is a very regulated industry, so our compliance is quite an important component of what we do and where we focus our attention to. Nonetheless, doing that and at the same time enabling business growth is also an equation that we're spending a lot of effort to resolve.
Sure.
Lastly, of course, probably at the intersection of business development and also regulation is data protection and privacy. We've seen a lot of breaches in the news, including in a very recent past. And so this is something that's tied to regulation, but also has an invaluable impact on a company's brand and customer trust.
So JC, how did you find yourself getting into the world of data? What really drew you to it?
I'm not a technologist.
Okay.
I trained as an accountant. In fact, I spent quite a few years with a public accounting firm, Deloitte. Then I joined BNP Paribas in the finance department, and I spent a few years there. And my last position within the finance department was in fact CFO. As a CFO, I experienced the cost and the impact of poor data quality. And I think we run a review and an analysis as to really why we're having so many problems, and ask a partner to advise us to how to fix it. And one of the recommendations was to create a CDO office and to implement a data governance practice. So at that point, I think, I guess some of my boss were tired of hearing me complain. They said, "Okay, now, please, can we go and fix it?" But I think, for me, it's been natural. I'm not a technologist, even though within my previous role, I always, I would say, work with system, with data, and with processes. For me, those are the three key components that you have to bring together in the CDO position.
So a lot of times I would think then you see a merriment between the responsibilities and the objectives of each role. It's just really the outcome is a little bit different, right? Based off of CDO versus CFO.
The outcome is a little bit different, but I think what also drew me to it is the objective and the end game, and the fact that managing data, like implementing a system, is not just for the sake of it or for the art of it. It has to support a business outcome. It has to support a specific purpose. So how do we, it seemed very natural to me to jump into the other side and to become a little bit closer to the technology side of the house, in order to really bring an impact on not necessarily, again, technology itself, but how technology is used to curate, to be combined with business processes to better curate and improve, in fact, the quality of the data, and really setting data as an asset within the company.
That's great. That's absolutely great. So where do you see, or what is your vision for data into the future? Where do you see this taking us?
I think I see definitely a trend to leverage a lot of the technology means that are available to us now to remove a lot of the manual intervention in our processes. So we've been talking a lot about machine learning or artificial intelligence, even though those technologies are not necessarily new, they've been around for quite a while, but now I think we have a better grasp as to how to bring them together with other technology or other processes in order to take that discipline to the next level. For me, the idea and the overall objective and strategy for us is to understand how we're going to be able to make data more easily accessible throughout the enterprise. And not just any data, but qualified data. Qualified doesn't mean that it has to be a fantastic quality, but it has to have a level of quality which is adapted to its usage. The role of the CDO as an enabler of data access and therefore data usage within the company will become, for me, key. And from there, different organizations will create more from it, hopefully, and the CEOs could be associated with that. But when I take a look at some of the very core objective, I believe in of the CDO going forward would be really to support that accessibility and the usability of the data throughout the enterprise.
Yeah, that usability piece, I think, being the key component, right? How does that user interact with the rest of it?
Yes, so more and more self-service processes, the development of data citizens. We've pushed already quite a lot the responsibility of everyone in the company in terms of supporting data quality, but now it's not just that. Everybody should be able to start to understand how to use the data better. And really shift the culture overall to put data at the forefront of decision-making processes.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I greatly appreciate all the insights here today, and appreciate again for you spending some time with us and answering a few of our questions.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. For more information on today's interview, please visit ComSpark.com.